Hello friends, this is a visitor management system project in the Laravel Framework. And under this part, we will learn how to set form submit URL in registration form. Then after, we will create custom registration method for handle registration form data. And under that method, first we will validate form data. And after form data validation, we will insert data into MySQL table. Then after we will show you how to display validation error. And lastly we will check admin registration output in browser. So now let's start, and first we want to set registration form submit URL in the registration form. So we have to go registration.blade.php, and here, in the form tag for submit form data. And here, we have to write action attribute is equal to blade echo statement, and after this, we have to write root method. And under this method, we have to write register.custom, so it will generate URL for submit form data. Now we have go to custom auth controller, and here, we have to write public function custom registration with request as argument. So this method will receive registration form data. Under this method, first we want to validate registration form data. So here we have to write $request variable with validate method. This method will validate data, which we have to define in array format. So in array first key, we have to write form field name. And in value, we have to write validation rules, so here we have to write required. In array second key, we have to write form field name email. And in the value, we have to write validation rules like required, email and unique. With table name users, so this field value must be required, and value must be a valid email. And email must be unique under this users table, so this are validation rules form email field. After this, in array third key, we have to write form field name password. And in the value, we have to write validation rules like required, and minimum 6 character. So here password field must has value, and that value length must be minimum 6 character long. If form data has been passed from this validation rules, then only it will execute other code. Otherwise it will display registration form with validation error on the web page. Suppose it has been passed validation rules, then it will proceed other code. And here we have to write $data variable is equal to $request variable with all method. So here all form data has been stored under this $data variable in an array format. Now for insert data into users table, here we have to write user model class with create method. This method will save data in users table, and under this method, we have to define data in an array format. So in array first key, we have to write name, and value, we have to write $data name variable. In array second key, we have to write email, and in value, we have to write $data email variable. In array third key, we have to write password, and in value, we have to write hash class with make method, and under this method, we have to write $data password variable. So here this method will convert simple text password, hash formatted password. And in array last key, we have to write type, and in value, we have to write admin. So it will insert this data into users table, and here registration has been done. Now we want to redirect web page to registration form, so here we have to write return statement with redirect method, and under this, we have to write registration. After this, we have to write with method with 2 argument. In first argument, we have to write success variable, and in second argument, we have to write message like registration complete, so this message will be display on web page. Now for display success message on web page, we have to go to registration.blade.php file. So for this, here we have to write @if directive, and under condition. We have to write session method with has method, and under this method, we have to write success. So this condition will check if session success variable has some value. Then it will execute if block of code, and under this block, for display success message. Here we have to write blade echo statement, and after this, we have to write session method, and after this, we have to write get method with success. So this method will get value of session success variable, and it will display on the web page. After this, we want to set root for this custom registration method. So we have go to web.php file, and here we have to write root class with post method with 2 argument. In first argument, we have to write custom registration, and in second argument, we have to write custom auth controller class, and custom registration. And after this, we have to write name method, and under this method, we have to write register.custom, so these things we have already write. In the root method, at the time of form action attribute. So this code will set root for the custom registration method. So here our code is ready. Now we have to check output in the browser. For this, we have go to command prompt, and run php artisan serve command. This command will start Laravel server, and it has provided us base URL of the Laravel application. So in browser, we have to hit base URL, so it has display registration form on the web page. Now first we want to check validation is working or not, so for this, we have to directly click on the sign up button. After click on sign up button, it has again redirect to registration form. But it has not display any validation error on the web page, so for display validation error, we have go to registration blade.php file, and here, for display validation for name input field. Here we have to write, @if directive, and under condition, we have to write $errors variable with has method with name, so this condition will be true. If name field has some blank value, and it will execute if block of code. And under this block, we have write span tag with class is equal to text danger. And between this, we have to write blade echo statement, and after this, we have to write $errors variable with first method, and under this, we have to write name. So it will display validation error for the name input field. Now for display validation error for the email input field, so here we have to write @if directive, and under condition, we have to write $errors variable with has method with email, so this condition will be true. If email field has any validation error occurs, then it will execute if block of code. And under this block, we have to write span tag with class is equal to text danger. And between this, we have to write blade echo statement, and after this, we have to write $errors variable with first method, and under this, we have to write email. So it will display validation error for the email input field. Now for display validation error for the password input field, so here we have to write @if directive, and under condition, we have to write $errors variable with has method with password, so this condition will be true. If password field has some blank value, then it will execute if block of code. And under this block, we have to write span tag with class is equal to text danger. And between this, we have to write blade echo statement, and after this, we have to write $errors variable with first method, and under this, we have to write password. So it will display validation error for the password input field. Now we have to save this code, and check output in the browser. Friends, first we have to refresh this web page, and after refresh of the web page, We have to directly click on the sign up button, and after click on the sign up button. Here we can see that it has been display validation error below each input field. So this way, we can display validation error in the Laravel application. Now in the name field, we have to write John Smith, then after, in the email field, we have to enter johnsmith@gmail.com, and in the password field, we have to enter password. So here we have fill all form field. Now we have to click on the submit button. So after click on the submit button, here we can see that success message has been displayed on the web page. Now we have go to phpMyAdmin, and here we have to refresh users table data. So now, here we can see that admin data has been inserted into this users table, which we can see in here. So in this part, we have learned how to set up an admin account by custom auth registration, and in next part, we will start making login page.